What's up everyone, it's Astral Black, and in this video I'm going to be discussing more Jet Set Radio, primarily successors of the franchise. It's really hard being a franchise that just rarely or doesn't get any attention or love. You know the one, the game series you played as a kid and loved until the devs took it out back in the yard and asked it to speak about the rabbits and then 360 no-scoped it into the pearly gates. We've all been there. Power Stone, Beautiful Joe, Mega Man, Def Jam games, Darkstalkers, Bloody Roar, and of course, Jet Set Radio. However, being that we are in an era where indie teams are prevalent and find themselves a bit of success from time to time, and even veteran developers break off to start their own teams and studios, we often get games that carry on the spirit of a beloved franchise we once knew, also known as successors. Not to be confused with like sequels. Think along the line of like Banjo-Kazooie to Yooka-Laylee, System Shock 2 to Bioshock, GoldenEye 007 to Perfect Dark. You get the idea. Now, this isn't my first rodeo with Jet Set Radio. I've made a video discussing Jet Set Radio versus Hover, which I made a few years back, where I compared the two games and noted what I felt Hover lacked in terms of being a successor to Jet Set Radio. But since then, I've seen two more successors step up and try and take the crown: Neotail and Bombrush Cyberfunk. These two games, from a quick glance, do have the makings of a successful Jet Set Radio successor, and honestly, I would love to see more games in this style. I've been playing the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remix on my Twitch stream, link in the description, and it's been incredibly fun and thrilling. Honestly, some of the best gaming experience I've had this year, and it sold really, really well. So I'm praying to big baby Jesus in the sky that the industry sees potential in games like Tony Hawk and Jet Set Radio and starts pumping them out, because variety is the spice of life. Now, this video isn't going to be a review of both games, as one game is in early access as of the recording of this video that I may or may not have played the demo of, depending on how I write and record this video, and the other game only just got revealed maybe no more than 2 to 3 months ago, that may or may not be in an alpha stage that isn't going to be released sometime until next year. A lot of talking. Oh, wow. So this isn't like going to be like an in-depth critique, but just discussing some observations that I have made from both games to discuss what these successors do well and what they don't do well, and what they should aspire to be from the perspective of someone who's been playing Jet Set Radio series religiously for years. So let's start off with the positives first. What I can say with the utmost confidence about both games and several fan-made games inspired by Jet Set Radio is that every single one of them nails the aesthetics on a graphical level, character designs, and overall setting. One could argue that it takes away too much style from Jet Set Radio to the point where it can be kind of distracting, mostly in the case of Bombrush Cyberfunk. It looks like a dead ringer for a Dreamcast game, especially by how the characters have been designed, the color scheme and everything. Like, the color palette alone looks like it's ripped straight out of the Kogani Cho level in like Jet Set Radio. And if someone told me that this was like a secret Jet Set Radio level that was cut from the final game, I would probably believe you. But in my honest opinion, none of that shit matters. And you know why? It's because it looks so damn good that none of my points are remotely negative. The fact that I could confuse it for Jet Set Radio and Dreamcast is actually incredible in my opinion. Graphics are 100% on point, but with added detail and scale that still stays true to the original, but bigger, which has me more excited for what they will bring in the gameplay, because we haven't really seen anything from like the reveal in terms of gameplay. Hats off to the devs at Team Reptile, because it shows that they've been really spending a long time studying the style of Jet Set Radio down to a T. Mr. T, Ice-T, TNT, you get the point. However, in the case of Neotail, it takes more from Jet Set Radio Future in terms of scale and size and character models. It borrows style, but does not wear its influences on its sleeve as loud and proud as Bombrush Cyberfunk. Instead of the type of cel-shaded graphics from the original, things are a lot more smoother, cleaner, more modern. And honestly, if there was not any rollerblading involved, I wouldn't think it was a Jet Set Radio successor. But to be honest, once you have cel-shaded graphics and rollerblading in one place, then people automatically think Jet Set Radio, so there's no escaping that. But it is not a bad thing if it's going in its own style. I'm happy to see it go in a direction of what they feel a modern Jet Set Radio game would look like, and honestly, I like it. Reminds me of Hover in a good way, and that although I wasn't hot on the core gameplay of Hover, I have to give it props for its ambitious scale and own twist to the Jet Set Radio stack. Ultimately, there is no wrong answers here. It's all down to what you want from your Jet Set Radio successor. I shall give you an analogy using everyone's favorite food, pizza. Judging purely based on the aesthetics, Bombfunk Cyberfunk. What? Sorry, that's a typo in my script. Bombrush Cyberfunk is like your local pizza place. You've grown up with it. You know the owner personally, and they make the best pizza in town, even if it's greasy and fattening. And they've been using the same pizza oven since 1955. It's delicious nonetheless. Even when one owner retires, the son takes over. So they might add some modern changes to keep things fresh, but they stick very close to family traditions. Oh, by the way, they also hired Hideki Naganuma, the original composer for Jet Set Radio, to do the score, which makes this analogy even better. Also, check out his Twitter. He's funny as fuck, I swear to God. Neotel is like the fancy new pizza place in the city. They use the freshest of ingredients and different types of dough and topping. Newest pizza stove technology to create the most newer and more delicious crust. But they still remain inspired by pizza's origins enough to stay in the pizza business, but inspired enough to want to build on it. It may not be what you're already used to, but it tastes great. Before writing the script, I was leaning towards a newer, fresher experience for the Jet Set Radio series, much like Neotel, as that how I feel that a lot of games should aspire to build upon a foundation laid down by its predecessors. You know, check out my Spire review for more insight on that view. But after seeing Bombrush Cyberfunk, I definitely think this is the exception because it looks so damn good. Like, all they need to do is just pour in all the love and care into the core gameplay, and it should be a knockout. This section of the video is going to be a little different from the first because there isn't a lot I can take away from a 14-second Bombrush Cyberfunk teaser trailer, which didn't properly showcase gameplay, and Neotel's alpha demo, which I haven't gotten around to play yet, so this is mostly going to be me discussing my wishes and concern for the gameplay for both games. My main concern for Bombrush Cyberfunk, Neotel, and just Jet Set Radio Successors in general is that they will spend more time focusing on the aesthetic of Jet Set Radio and not the core gameplay, which personally I feel is the thing that ties it all together. The thing that really hits the sweet spot for me in Jet Set Radio is chaining together tricks and grinds to gain access to out of reach places, escape danger, take shortcuts, all while tagging the area and graffiti in the process. This is what they call in the business flow. The mental state in which a person performing some activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus, full involvement and enjoyment in the process of the activity. You know what the kids will call it, being in the zone. Playing Super Smash Bros and landing all your combos, smash attacks perfectly, that's flow. Playing Call of Duty and racking up kills, landing all your shots and going on long streaks, that's flow. In my Jet Set Radio vs Hover video, I briefly described situations in Jet Set Radio where applying skill and imagination in areas of the game to perform tricks and shortcuts allows for satisfying moments whilst going from A to B. This is what I mean by flow. Much like in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the activity of chaining together various different grinds, flips, manuals, and specials to rack up insane scores is a reward for achieving flow, which is what makes these games incredibly fun to play over and over and over again. From what I've seen, Hover seems to be going in that direction with its tricks mechanics of chaining things together. The movement does seem a little slippery and hard to control, which just could be problematic for landing on rails. But as long as it isn't as stiff as the original Jet Set Radio, then cool, but it does need some tightening up in spots. Also, I want them to keep the graffiti mechanic from Jet Set Radio Future because being able to maintain momentum and tag areas, like entire areas in one run, is more delicious than a hot fudge sundae. Point being, for these games to be the grand welcome back of Jet Set Radio that myself and many others have been dying for, then it cannot skimp on the gameplay. It's more important than you think it is, and it ties everything together to make a fantastic experience. In short, I've liked what I've seen so far. It has a lot of promise, a lot of style, and a lot of support, which is very important. Support your damn favorite indie developers, man. so we can see new ideas and allow for all kinds of art to see the light of day, much like how Jet Set Radio does with graffiti. Now, thanks for watching this video, guys. I know this is a very short video. I've been super busy in the background. I'm moving house, I'm working on a bunch of other stuff and streaming too much. But yeah, this took way too long to come out, but it's out now and you guys are enjoying it. Now, I need to go edit this video because my upload schedule is really bad and I'm gonna be busy for the next month. And yeah, I need to start working on the next video as well. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Keep up with me because that's what I'm doing nowadays, and make sure you understand the concept of love. Stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. Peace out, guys. Bye.